I've trained calisthenics for 10 years. I've solely focused on strength. But what's on the other side? What can we learn from endurance? This is my journey to running a 70-kilometer ultramarathon in Japan. Okie dokie, boys and girls, it is day 32, I believe, of Road to Shimanami, and today was the return of the sandals. You know, it was quite good weather outside, and I ran during the day instead of in the morning, so I I took the risk and I put on my sandal, and boy, it does feel good running in them. But anyway, today was kind of a jogging day. It was a day of recovery, so to speak. And although I did run a little bit too fast because I tried to keep my recovery days slower than a pace of 6:40 per kilometer, today I failed. I feel like my body is primed and ready for tomorrow, which is going to be a very exciting day in the running department, but I'll get to that when we get to it, right? So for today, I'm going to do a skill and handstand workout. Just like last week on Friday, I feel like the weekly schedule of workouts has kind of settled. I know what I like and what I need to do. So basically, today's workout is going to be exactly 1 hour, and although I forgot to put on the timer, it's going to be 1 hour, and I'm going to do, first of all, 5 sets of planche and front lever, alternating style, and then I'm going to do 10 sets of handstand, 5 sets on each arm, right? And so it's going to be a good mix of, planche and front lever work and then handstand work as well. But today's focus is not to go as hard as possible, but rather to just get some good quality volume in. So last time I noticed on the planche, I was actually not recovered yet from the time I trained planche and front lever before that. So today I'm just going to take it off, back off a little bit. Perhaps I'll do some extra planche tomorrow to make up for it in volume. But anyway, it's going to be focused on form. And it's gonna be fun, so let's go. Alright, for the front lever, I'm gonna be focusing on front lever touch mainly. That's also ideal for rest days, I feel like. I mean, of course you can train the front lever touch hard, but in general, the front lever touch is more focused on smaller muscles, so it's easier to recover from than like an all-out front lever normal hold and press workout, for example, because those target your lats immensely, while this is more focused on the smaller muscles in your back. But I'm gonna be going back and forth between the planche and the front lever, so yeah, let's have some fun. All right, a bit of a deeper push-up. It's feeling hard today, but I also feel that I'm not completely recovered from the dips session I had on Tuesday, I believe it was. But anyway, what I was just thinking about is when it comes to bodyweight training, people have this image of bodyweight training being too light because it's only your body weight. But let's say that you're doing bodyweight training with the bodybuilding approach of sets of 3 sets of 8 to 12 to failure, with a slow negative and a pause in between, right? Try and do that with a planche, right? Try and do it with a full planche. I don't even think, when you actually control the rep downwards and explode up, taking 3 seconds or whatever the science-based things are, even the top athletes would struggle with doing that even one set, right? So when someone says that bodyweight training is too light, Tell them to tell them to fuck off. if you train in front of a touch, you will know what I'm talking about when I say like the releasing pressure of a front lever touch. When you're done doing the front lever touch and you let go of the bar, you will feel this release of pressure in your back, because even when you let go of the bar, it's still there and then it just gradually goes away. But that's just an insane feeling to have. But anyway, I'm gonna do, I think, 2 more planche sets, 2 more front lever sets, and the next front lever sets will be just straight touch holds, perhaps with a little bit of normal front lever afterwards, but we'll see. Alright, I'm gonna keep it at singles today, but let's add a little weight, only 1 kilo or 2 pounds. Let's try again. Okay, so lately I keep on managing to not record my sets, but I basically did my last set of planche with 1 kilo added, and I did the push-up without touching my feet on the ground afterwards, but I failed to get it up, or I failed to get my body up towards a handstand with a press, you know. So yeah, I guess I will get my revenge next time, but that's basically skill training, you know. You just attempt stuff. Because you have to do specific training, you might as well just attempt a specific thing you're training for, and then little by little you just attempt more difficult stuff. And sometimes you fail, but then, you know, you recover, you get stronger, you try again and again and again until you succeed. And you know, the planche with 1 kilo push up to press is not one specific skill, but still it's this challenge that you can try and you can fail, and you can then succeed afterwards and notice that you've gotten stronger. So whenever you're training skills, you know, be patient, try stuff again and again and again, and basically, you know, keep on moving. That's the point, right? You're not gonna succeed at everything from the first time, but that's why training is fun. I think if you just knew that you were gonna succeed every time, you wouldn't even be doing it. So anyway, enough yapping. Let's do the final set because my timer has gone already. And it's gonna be front lever touch. Let's go. Okay, so I've just been hammering away the sets in the handstand without really giving any commentary. But when it comes to the handstand, and actually I think any skill, but I'm just too stubborn to learn it, it's better to sometimes stick just to an easier progression. So, you know, I'm doing these handstands and I'm starting with 3 fingers of assistance and then 2 fingers of assistance. And well, I can hold a couple seconds of 1 finger assistance already, but if I keep on doing the 1 finger assistance, my volume will diminish significantly. And so my body has less time to adapt to the handstand position. And over time, I might actually just go backwards. I might actually get worse at the handstand because I'm not doing the volume that I'm used to. So I prefer to really just stick to the easier progressions. And, you know, I don't always manage to do that. Example, I just did a planche with 1 kilo and I could have just stayed at body weight or even gone to straddle planche. But nonetheless, you know, I feel like these handstands, it's possible for me to do it, to like do the easier progressions, because I've really got this mindset of, you know, handstand is a rest day, you know. I'm resting for the running. Tomorrow I have a big run, so today I have to rest. Today I have to, be calm with the handstand. Just stay with the easier progression, get some volume in, And basically, by doing the easier progressions, you're getting more stable workouts because, well, you're more oftentimes going to be able to do it. And I think it's going to lead to steadier progression. But anyway, let's do a couple more sets. You gotta be fucking kidding me! Ah, okay. Alright, in the end, I get the fucking 20 seconds on the right again. Okie dokie, you simply cannot predict the events of a handstand workout. When it comes to strength, the planche in the front river, stuff like that, okay, I'm feeling this strong, I'm gonna be able to do about 80% of what I'm usually capable of, or perhaps a little bit more, whatever, right? You know what you're gonna be able to do, just about, especially during the warm-up, you know how you're feeling. When it comes to the handstand, I cannot even predict what's gonna happen for a single set, let alone a single workout. Like, you might be feeling trash and then do an excellent handstand workout, or you might be feeling insanely well and then just fumble everything. I don't know. Every time is a new adventure, but hey, at the moment I am kind of enjoying it, and because the frequency is quite high, although not every day is gonna bring me PRs, I do see kind of an upward trend of the handstand again, and I hope to unlock the one arm handstand soon. But anyway, when it comes to today's workout, that's gonna be it. And well, as you noticed, even the short sets on the handstands were shown. I feel like it's very important, especially on the main sets, but to show them all, because especially on these handstand stuffs, oftentimes you just see the highlights, you see people succeeding in the handstand, but I just imagine, like, behind that success that you see on social media, there must have been so many failures, like beforehand, before mastering the handstand. And I kind of want to make sure that you see it as well, because, well, guess what? If in a couple of months I'm able to do the one-arm handstand, and people ask me how I unlocked it, well, I can just tell them to watch back every single video of this series, because every single set is there, every single failure is there. I might cut out the fails towards the just normal handstand, right? Because you go from your feet on your two hands. I sometimes even fail that, That's cut out mostly, but there are a lot of failures when it comes to training, and it's important, I think, to realize that you're not the only one failing, and well, behind failure, after you've done enough failure, you're gonna hit success. But that's gonna be it for today's workout. I'm just gonna head downstairs and have some dinner and prepare for tomorrow, because, well, I'm gonna be running. So I'll see you then.